couple few different ways. You can walk in knowing what you want, and great, they're going to have it for you. Huge selection, 7,000 square feet, great, beautiful showroom pictures. You're at 310kitchen.com. Click on the gallery and cut through some of those. One of those would be yours. If you don't know what you want, that's also great because you get a designer at the kitchen store, and they've done this so many times. It's one for a little walk and talk, and they're going to get it right for you. That 3D rendering on the state-of-the-art software they have, that's going to be your new kitchen when you pick the time to get that put in. Book an appointment for that free in-showroom consultation. 310kitchen.com. Read some of the reviews, and then book the appointment right there. You can pull up the calendar. The free consultation, 310kitchen.com.
You wouldn't trust a butcher to babysit your pet pig. You wouldn't trust a lumberjack to repair your antiques. Or a professional wrestler to be your massage therapist. So why would you trust anyone but AMCO to fix your car? For over 50 years, we've been the trusted experts in transmission repair.
Check out AMCO's multiple financing options, so you can fix it fast and pay it off slow.
AA MCO.
It's the final week of incredible Labor Day deals at Video and Audio Center. Prices are lower than other online authorized dealers, and we back our prices with our 30-day low price guarantee. We also pay your sales tax and provide free setup. See stores for details. Samsung's most incredible deals. 98-inch 4K Smart, save $2,000. Now $29.97. The Sony OLED 65-inch, $18.98. And incredible deals on the latest LG televisions, plus free setup, and we pay your sales tax. It's the final week of Labor Day deals at Video and Audio Center. See showroom for details or call the hotline at 310-899-2929.
Securing your firearms protects lives. Pick up your free gun safety lock at select LA County libraries and hospitals. Learn more about other gun safety measures. Visit LACountyGunSafety.org or call 1-833-540
sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A court appearance for the 14-year-old accused of shooting 2 fellow students and 2 teachers to death at his high school in Georgia. CBS's Mark Strassman is in Winder.
The teenage suspect was in court today. He was arraigned on 4 murder charges, obstructing the small he walked into that courtroom, especially given the enormity of the charges that are against him.
Both Colt Ray and his father, who also appeared in court, will remain in jail without bail. His father's charged with murder for allegedly providing his son with a gun. Isaiah Hooks is on the Appalachia High football team.
I wish it was all just a dream. I mean, me and my friends, we all just wake up and it's just still Wednesday morning. And nothing, none of this had ever happened.
Former President Trump's motorcade has just arrived at court in New York, where he's expected to appeal a $5 million jury verdict. Found him liable of sexually abusing writer E. Jean Carroll. The judge in Mr. Trump's separate hush money case is expected to announce today whether he'll be sentenced this month. CBS's Graham Case.
The sentencing was originally scheduled for July 11th, but Justice Robert Shad pushed back that date after Trump motioned for the judge to set aside his conviction altogether. Trump asked for the new date to be pushed back even further in August until after the presidential election.
Analysts believe the Federal Reserve will opt for a smaller quarter-of-a-percentage point interest rate cut after this morning's jobs report. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
We had fewer jobs in August than expected, a slight rate. 142,000 jobs were created in the month of August. Things were really tight as we came out of the pandemic. Things are decelerating. We're slowing down right now.
Unemployment dropped slightly from 4.3 to 4.2%. The Department of Transportation wants to get to the bottom of frequent flyer and credit card reward programs at 4 major airlines and whether customers are getting what they're promised. CBS's Chris Van Clee from LAX.
The probe is looking into how consumers could be impacted by extra fees, hidden pricing, or earned rewards losing their value, as well as the airline's use of so-called dynamic pricing for award redemption.
A new benefit to weight loss surgery. Here's CBS's Michael George.
Analysis from eating control trial shows bariatric surgery is a lasting solution for obesity-related hypertension. Researchers say it results in high blood pressure remission for some and less dependence on medications for other patients.
The Dow is up 979 points. The S&P 57. This is CBS News.
O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Downtown LA Laundry, HBM Studios.
This is KNX News 97.1 FX.
Cal's only 24/7 connection. Good morning, 7:03. I'm Simpson.
And I'm Vicki Moore. It's getting even hotter today in Southern California, and winds are picking up in some places as well. So fire danger remains a concern. We get more live on Joe Bear.
The excessive heat warning that was supposed to end Saturday night has now been extended until 8 o'clock Monday night from the Santa Clarita Valley to the San Gabriel Valley to the I-5 corridor, and even into downtown LA, some of those areas could reach 112 degrees. And now we're getting the gusty winds too. That's why we have a red flag warning in effect, meaning high fire danger. Brian Lewis of the National Weather Service says they were even having 30 to 40 mile an hour sundowner winds up in Santa Barbara overnight.
With the sundowners specifically impact the southwest Santa Barbara coast, foothills there. But the red impact is for essentially all of our mountains right now.
Pretty much across LA County. Meantime, we could be dealing with temperatures as high, get this, as 118 degrees in the San Fernando Valley, 116 in Woodland Hills. So with the red flag conditions, people are being warned to be ready for possible wildfires and evacuations. Have those emergency kits handy, fill up the gas tank, and be ready to roll out if it ever becomes necessary. Mike and Vicki.
John, thanks. I'd like to keep more of the cooling centers. I got 6 of them open from Monday now to help people deal with the temps. First opened up on Tuesday when things were just getting started. They say hundreds of people have been through at least for a little while. In addition to the official ones, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can also build libraries for some of the buildings at the city parks with the AC. 83 down Burbank, 74 in
Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
a little bit worse.
7:05.
Traffic now, Susie Jessup now. Center.
Well, that northbound side of the 5, there's already a lot of slowing from before the 605 in Santa Fe Springs to make your way into the East LA interchange. I know Roger checked in. He said it was really bad on the northbound 5 with lanes open and clear from the 710 into the East LA interchange. He tried to get a little relief and get onto that northbound side of the 101, but he didn't get any relief. The 5 continues to be slow to Atwater Village, and then it opens up as you head into Burbank. Speaking of Burbank, northbound side of the 5 at Buena Vista, we have, it looks like, the 2 left lanes blocked with a ladder. CHP is going to run a traffic break through there. We also have a motorcycle that caught fire southbound side of the 14. This is right at Crown Valley, and that's over the right shoulder, causing a lot of slowing as you approach. As far as your ride goes through the South Bay curve, you're learning that earlier problem northbound side of the 405, Redondo Beach Boulevard. A little bit of residual slowing from the 110, but really not that big of a deal. Orange County checking out pretty good, but there's still some on and off slowing on that southbound 5. Grab the Orange Crush as you make your way into Tustin.
Service is suspended indefinitely. SoCal Gas will be turning off gas in 2 neighborhoods in Rancho Palos Verdes, 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's the time they said. The new outages affect over 50 homes in the Western and Seaview neighborhood. The Portuguese Bend Beach Club area decision follows a gas line break caused by the continuing land movement. Portuguese Bend neighborhood is the only one under a city-issued evacuation warning. Advisories yet for Seaview or Portuguese Bend Beach Club. In July, SoCal Gas shut off the gas for 135 homes in the Portuguese Bend neighborhood. Labor Day weekend, Edison got the power to over 200 homes in Portuguese Bend and Seaview. And Edison officials said earlier this week they may shut off the power to the Portuguese Bend Beach area as well.
Police recovering after a 6-hour rescue pulling him out of that collapsed trench behind a home in Los Feliz. Agent Trios says more than 85 people were working to free him.
The man was in a 3-foot wide, 8-foot deep trench next to a swimming pool in a home that was undergoing renovation when the earth began collapsing on top of him. LA City Fire Captain Eric Scott said this rescue became very difficult because the walls of the trench were not shored up correctly and the earth itself wasn't stable.
As we removed that dirt, more of it would come in. And he was originally chest deep, and we were able to get him down to waist and then thigh fairly quickly, maybe within 2 to 6 hours. But part of the issue was one of his legs was underneath a void space or a cutout. So with a boot on, we couldn't get access to that, and we don't want to cause more trauma to him.
In addition to using all of the members of LA Fire Department's Urban Search and Rescue Team, 2 massive vacuum trucks from the Sanitation Department were also needed to clear close to 40,000 pounds of dirt from around where the man was trapped. That man was taken to a local hospital with compression injuries. 2 firefighters experienced mild cases of heat exhaustion from working non-stop in 104-degree temperatures during the rescue operation. In Los Feliz, I'm Pete Demetrio, KNX News 97.1 FM.
There was a helicopter. Did you see this? It landed on the 110 last night south of downtown.
They must have had some kind of catastrophic engine failure for them to decide they have to send it down right now off the freeway. Apparently, they didn't even tell LAX until after they got on the ground, and we didn't hear about them hitting any vehicles or anything like that.
Yeah, they lost power or something like that. Desmond Shaw was overhead for KCAL News. The pilot and 2 passengers were on board. They've been on a tour of the city. They've taken off from Hawthorne's airport. And there was another problem there early this morning. A couple of people were hurt when a single-engine plane, light plane, crashed near the airport. Looks like they were coming in for landing at the time. No one else on the ground was hurt. They were both taken to the hospital. Again, pretty bad shape. The FAA and the NTSB investigate.
Man in charge of LAX says new and lower passenger predictions leading to a change in their plans when it comes to working on the airport. John Ackerman says earlier forecasts had estimated 110 million people through LAX in 2028. Now they're thinking 90 million. Slower than expected recovery from the pandemic. He tells the LA Times they don't really need any more big expansion projects right now, so instead of focusing on a new terminal and building out the concourse, they're going to shift towards more of the modernization of the outdated stuff like the infrastructure, including some basics like better plumbing.
A woman in Anaheim has turned herself in for a hit and run that killed an 84-year-old earlier this week. She went to police and was booked on suspicion of felony hit and run. The crash happened 5:30 Monday morning at Anaheim Boulevard in Surface.
Second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, husband of the vice president in LA, supporting her campaign to become president. He was at a couple of private fundraisers yesterday, talked about her commitment to reproductive rights, his own work in fighting anti-Semitism. Then he was on Jimmy Kimmel Live, got asked about former President Trump's recent statement that Harris turned black a few years ago.
What was your reaction when your wife turned black? Were you surprised? It's all that stuff. It's a distraction, though.
He's got several campaign events back east this weekend.
Heads up, Donald Trump is going to be coming back to Los Angeles next week for a fundraiser. Not sure about the location just yet, but if you want to be a part of the roundtable discussion with the former president, it's going to be $125,000. The cheaper seats are about $3,300. And after he's here, Trump's going to be up in the Bay Area for an event hosted by some relatives of Governor Newsom's wife. They're her second cousins, once removed, just so you know, it was a little distance. Trump's VP pick, J.D. Vance in San Diego County today. He's going to speak at a luncheon in Rancho Santa Fe. It's 10:11. No, flip that back.
I wish. I wouldn't be here.
It's 7.
There's a lot of noise on those neighborhood news apps.
We never find what's really happening.
Only on KNX News 97.1 FM.
Ritz Plumbing, no router man here. Just professionally trained, on time, and insured technicians. Stopped up sink, backed up toilet, a broken water heater, and yes, router service. Call Ritz Plumbing, 888-341-4682. Call Ritz, 888-341-4682.
Hi, it's Susie Jessup. Summer is almost over, and now is the perfect time to put yourself first. Have you been hiding your legs due to ugly, itchy, and embarrassing varicose or spider veins? Don't let these veins keep you from feeling confident. West Medical will erase them fast, and you'll be ready to hit the town with our state-of-the-art, minimally invasive varicose vein solutions. Our expert vein doctors bring decades of experience and offer the latest cutting-edge treatments to erase your veins fast. Remember, varicose veins are caused by broken valves, and you can't go home and try to fix them yourself. They will keep getting bigger, more embarrassing, and harder to treat. Call the vein experts at 1-800-WEST-MED to set up a free consultation and vein screening today. Did you know varicose vein treatments are covered by most PPO insurances like Aetna, Anthem Blue Cross, United Healthcare, Cigna, and many others? Call 1-800-WEST-MED, that's 1-800-561-9000, or visit westmedical.com.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio slot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that, and right now you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
People have a craving to explore new and traditional Asian cuisines. They head to P.F. Chang's, where scratch-made dishes come from the 2,000-year-old tradition of wok cooking. P.F. Chang's wanted to explore new possibilities for their website. They turned to AmericanEagle.com. AmericanEagle.com re-architected P.F. Chang's website, integrating multiple third-party systems to create a unified digital experience. The results? Improved page speed and performance, personalized content based on users' location, intuitive online ordering, an increase in organic search visibility, and a 40% increase in new users. For scratch-made Asian cuisine, visit your local P.F. Chang's or go to pfchangs.com for website design, development, digital marketing, and hosting that produce efficiency, revenue, and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. P.F. Chang's and AmericanEagle.com. Another example of the best businesses in the world. Turning to the best in the business for websites, go to AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1. If you have COPD, here are some reasons to go see your pulmonologist again. 1. Those flare-ups you keep having, they have the chance to cause permanent lung damage. 2. We now know a certain type of inflammation can cause flare-ups for some people. And 3.
When can I see Grandma?
Need more reasons? Visit www.livewithcopd.com.
Good morning, I'm Mike Simpson.
And I'm Vicki Moore. Coming up on KNX News 97.1 FM, making some progress, the union says, when it comes to ending the video game performers strike.
Some of the food pantries saying we need the donations because we're going to need to start distributing more as soon as we get to the holidays. We'll talk about that 7:15, brought to you by Duffy Power Services, Susie Jessup.
A little bit of a slow ride on southbound side of the 170 right before that Hollywood split. We do have a two-car collision over the right shoulder. Traffic is slow from about Burbank Boulevard. Also, Tipster Dennis checked in from Simi Valley. I'm seeing a lot of heavy slowing. Dennis said they were westbound side of the 118. Right at Cooner, the right lane is blocked. A multi-car crash, and now it looks like the three left lanes are blocked, and traffic is just jam-packed from into the Santa Susana Pass. And then once you pass, it looks like it's slow to Yosemite. Once you pass Yosemite, then there's decent speeds westbound as you continue on. As far as your ride goes, your Southern California Trader Dealer Simpson Ivy for that southbound side of the 405 freeway loaded up, basically from Sherman Way to Sunset Boulevard. Once you hit Sunset, good speeds towards the west side of town. Also, Tipster Maddie checked in. She was driving on the northbound side of the 110 right before Vernon. It is very heavy and slow. I'm seeing both directions. The 110 slow from Manchester as you make your way through downtown. But she said there was a bicycle rider in the middle lanes, driving right down the middle lanes opposites. And the bicycle rider was going southbound in the northbound lanes. She said, luckily, it's really heavy and slow, and they were basically stopped. But it was a little bit startling. I am seeing some slowing on that southbound side of the 101, leaving about Melrose as you make your way to the 4-level interchange. And as far as your ride goes through Orange County, looking pretty good. The westbound side of the 91, a little bit lighter than normal as you leave Corona and make your way into Anaheim Hills. Beat SoCal summer heat and averages with Dudley Power Services, your trusted experts in commercial generators for over 50 years. Visit DudleyPower.com. That's DUTHIE Power.com. Dudley Power, SoCal's commercial generator experts. SoCal's only reliable traffic reports every 10 minutes on the 5s for Downey Hyundai 24-hour traffic center.
We are looking at temperatures getting really close to possibly breaking records or possibly tying. However, our highs, no matter how you look at it, is hot, especially for this time of year. 93 for the coast, 104 for LA and Orange County, 118 for the valleys, 113 for the Inland Empire, 108 for the high deserts, low 90s for the mountains. Monsoonal moisture begins to increase over the weekend, and that could trigger some isolated thunderstorms over the mountains and maybe even drift off a little bit west of the mountains into the Inland Empire. Temperatures, however, because of this monsoonal moisture, begin to go down, so that downward trend will continue, but we really won't feel the effects of the cooler conditions until the beginning of next week. And then once we head toward the end of next week, that's when near normal conditions arrive. And that's your next weather forecast. I'm KCAL News meteorologist Amber Lee for KNX News 97.1 FM.
She's talking about that monsoonal moisture. All you have to do is look out the window. You see all those clouds. It looks hot. Sticky. But you know what's nice to do when it's warm weather in the evening? Go outside and see a movie. They have a lot of outdoor screenings going on this weekend. Santa Monica, they're having Ferris wheel out there, 115th birthday celebration tonight. And they're doing an outdoor screening of Barbie there. And this weekend, by the way, LA Tequila Festival at LA Center Studios. 85 different tequilas to sample. So lots going on this weekend. After a month on the picket lines and the video game strike, there's been a deal with at least some of the developers. SAG-AFTRA, the union, says agreements have been reached. Performers can now get to work on 80 different games. Makers of those games have accepted the union's provisions on AI protections. Overall, strike still on against the big game publishers, including Disney, Warner Brothers, and Electronic Arts.
AAA says that cost of owning and operating the new car up again this year. David Welch says the leading things, depreciation and then the finance charges.
Drive it off the lot, then see what happens. My dad said that to a much younger me when I was thinking about buying new. Dad, if you're listening, you were right. Depreciation does play a big part, but John Trainer with AAA says it's complicated.
There's a lot of factors that go into your year-over end driver cost.
The price sets the tone, and although that didn't go up that much this year, finance charges did.
We ended up paying cash for it.
Ben Rosenfeld bought a brand new Toyota RAV4 Hybrid this year. He's one of the lucky ones that isn't burdened by interest, but he says the dealership wasn't completely smooth sailing.
Spend anything on maintenance, so we even got talked into an extended warranty.
Free maintenance, but yes, Dad, it's depreciating. I'm David Welch, KNX News 97.1 FM.
More donations needed to fight hunger in Allen County. Here's Karen Adams.
It's National Food Bank Day, a time to help local food banks stock up. David May with the LA Regional Food Bank says they need your help.
We're still seeing high levels of need in Los Angeles County, and before the pandemic, we were reaching about 300,000 people every month. And at the worst part of the pandemic, we were reaching over 1 million people on a monthly average. And now, after the pandemic and after the cumulative effects of years of inflation and the reduction in COVID era benefits, we're seeing about 900,000 people on average
center, cold storage, freezer storage.
May says 90% of the food that goes out is to working families that are having a tough time making ends meet. I'm Karen Adams, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
720.
Checking your money, Steve Hodes.
A possible TikTok ban is losing some support out there. A year and a half ago, 50% of those surveyed by Pew Research favored a ban. Now just 32% support one. The survey didn't ask why their opinions on TikTok had changed. It's been 5 months